you're not a prolific tweeter, Benno, but you did tweet after Tuesday, "We're still in it." So, have you got to harness that disappointment over the next week, both on Saturday and on Tuesday?
Yeah, I just felt that it's not over. You know what I mean? And there was a little bit of a negative reaction after the game. I know the performance over the whole 90 probably wasn't what we wanted, and the result obviously wasn't what we wanted, but we're still in it, you know what I mean? We still have a chance on Tuesday, obviously after the Northampton game, which we're focusing on today and tomorrow and Saturday, and then we'll move on from there.
Did you feel that you might have needed to mix up the tactics a bit more rather than just trying to be patient in the second half?
Possibly in hindsight, but at the time, obviously Jermaine and Mo were doing quite well down the flanks, you know, so I don't think we gave them the ball enough to get them at their fullbacks, you know, because that was obviously what was working for us in the first half. And saying that, Hereford did tighten up a little bit in the second half, so it made that a bit harder to do. I think they just defended really well, Hereford, and credit to them for that. And you know, I think the favourites then it's kind of swung in their favour now a little bit, that being at home, and we'll probably go into the game as underdogs, obviously after the Northampton game, you know, which is first and foremost.
We asked the boss about Northampton. Within 10 seconds, he mentioned Akinfenwa's name. So you and Steve Elliott have got to try and cope with him.
Yeah.
How do you?
I think try not to get in too much of a physical battle with him. He's obviously loved throughout the league. Cheltenham fans have a bit of rapport with him, which is nice for him. So it's just down to me and Stevie to try and deal with him. We've done quite well defensively this season. Besides Rotherham and Chesterfield, obviously. So we're on, I think, 9 clean sheets, so that's quite good. So we're just hoping to extend that. If we can do that Saturday, I'll be really happy.
Is he deceptive to play against? Is he not quite the lump that people think? He's more deft and with a better touch than people give him credit for.
He is more aware than people give him credit for, I'd say. You know, he's got more of awareness about what's going on around him and how to use his size and how to use his abilities. I think he's 3rd top scorer in the league, so after Cureton and Pope, so that says it as well. So he scores goals as well. So this is going to be a very tough game, and I know we're going to be up against it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you won there last year.
Yeah, it was a great result. Good winner by Josh Lowe. So we can't. Nothing says we can't go there and do the same again.
One of the defenders, it was Stevie Elliott, said that the important thing after what happened at Rotherham and at Chesterfield was that if you do concede a goal, you say, right, no more, that's it. And in fact, on Tuesday, that's what happened. You didn't give Hereford much after it got to 1-1, did you?
No, I think that was just the nature of the game. You know, there's such a lot riding on it, and it was quite tense and tight. But that is a point that's well made. It happened as well a couple of times last season. I think away to Crawley, and there was another game we conceded 4 as well. I can't really remember now, but who was? But Southend, yeah, away at Southend. You're right, John. Yeah, so it just kind of, I don't know, it happens and it's disappointing when it happens because it's something we talked about in pre-season, that when it happens we need to just tighten up. But this is the way it goes, and if those two are the 2 games that we tend to do during the season out of the way already, well then I'll be happy.
And when it comes to Saturday at 3 o'clock, you'll have played on Monday, and Northampton will have played on Wednesday. So with that extra recovery time for you, is that of any value? Can players say that's of any value when you've got games coming quite quickly?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's it'll probably happen to us at some point during the season. So you just got to deal with it. Over the course of the season, probably tends to even out. Where you get rest days in, and just how you're managed then, and how the staff manage you. And last week here we had a good work week, you know. So we got some good work into the lads, and it was really good. So I think we'll reap the benefits of that later on in the season, you know. So keeping the squad lads, everybody really on a good fitness level. So I think it just balances out over the season, I think.
And given the fact that you have got matches going quite quickly together, and perhaps that the performance wasn't exactly what you wanted on Tuesday, is there a bit of an edge in training because people think actually the side is not an automatic pick at the moment? No,
definitely not. It's never been. Got such good players across midfield, at the back. Sido's coming back, obviously. The lads up front. There's competition all over the pitch, you know, which the manager wanted and which he has, and it's not an easy side to pick, you know. So with the games, as you say, coming, I think he'll mix it up a bit, and just people step in and do their part, and it's just the way it should be. Like, it's the squad game, you know, and that'll get us to the end of the season. So that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Alan, you said a few times how much you love testing yourself against strikers and just pure defending. So when you play against somebody like Akinfenwa, is that something you really look forward to, the challenge of trying to stop him?
Yeah, it's like it's something different. It's another challenge. Like, he obviously, you know, he's third top scorer, as I just said. I'm probably repeating myself, and he's known throughout the league, and he's got, like, the Cheltenham fans have a good rapport with him, which is good for him when he comes to our place. So, like, it's something different, and he's obviously different to Bowman, who's a different type of striker for Hereford. So it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Look, we just said that you've played 20 games, and I think you've only been on the losing side twice. Is that right? In league games.
Yeah.
But they're both 4 goals. So
yeah.
It's something that, you know, it's a bit of a mystery, isn't it? Why when you do concede one or two, you seem to, you know, let in a few. Have you got any idea why that is? Is it mental things in the team? Or?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, John. Like, we did talk about it in pre-season. Like, when we were up there, we said, like, when we're going well, and then if just little, like, if it starts to go against us, we tend to go complete opposite way, you know, which is a mystery, as you said. Like, I can't put my finger on it. Just, I think when it starts to happen, we're all just such good, honest lads that we're all just desperate to try and put it right, and then you try to overdo stuff, and you come out of the zone that you're in when your things are going well, you know, that kind of way, maybe. So we try to overreach as a team, and then you just get picked off. And as I said, if those are the 2 games that, like the 2 games last year, if those are the 2 games gone now, I'll be more than happy. And as Stevie said, it can't really happen again. Yeah,
going back to your tweet, was there a feeling that it wasn't as bad as people, you know, it was a bit of a overreaction because it was just a draw against a team that knocked out Shrewsbury in the previous round, you know, not a bad side.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were probably coming to the first game, and a lot of people probably thought, looking at it on paper, the lower league club, we're going to come and we're going to turn them over quite easily. You know, it was like, I've played Hereford 3 times now. It's been 3 draws. You know, it's just they're probably, you know, they're obviously in the league below us, but they're a League 2 standard. You know, they're League 2 like our League 1 even. You know, they're kind of, because they had beaten Shrewsbury. So it was always going to be really difficult. Like, and they're really well organised and fighting for their lives, really. You know, so. I felt like there was a bit of an overreaction, negatively wise, because we are still in it and we hadn't been knocked out, and so it's just, I thought it a little bit,
Yeah, I think you've won, before Hereford, you won 5 in a row at home, which is very good, but start of the season, your away form was particularly good, wasn't it? If you can rediscover that in the next couple of games, it could make a big difference to the rest of the season, couldn't it?
Massively, yeah, massively. Like, I think all the way along we'll just take it one game at a time and see, you know, prepare for Northampton today and tomorrow, and do that on Saturday, and then move into the Hereford game then. And if we can get 2 results over the next two games, it'll be really good.
Yeah. Have you got a job to do as captain to make sure people aren't talking about Everton or even Hereford yet before Northampton?
Yeah, I think most of the lads are pretty clued into what we need. You know, like, you said, we have a couple of experienced players come in, and I think, as I said, Josh Lowe got the winner here last season, you know, and he's kind of someone that I've missed probably a little bit, like, around the place, you know. So it's just me and Stevie and Billy, and we'll keep an eye on everything. And I don't think anyone will get too carried away, to be honest. Yeah.
Right, brilliant.